Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. This is Miles from Swiss Crypto Podcast, and in today's episode I'm going to talk about the Swiss National Bank's president Thomas Jordan and his negative stance on crypto stablecoins. So stay tuned and let's get into it. Swiss National Bank President Thomas Jordan said stablecoins are likely to become more widely used than current crypto tokens, and warned they could hamper monetary policy in some circumstances. In a speech, he said a Swiss franc stablecoin would have no immediate impact on the effectiveness of our monetary policy. However, if stablecoins pegged to foreign currencies were to establish themselves in Switzerland, the effectiveness of our monetary policy could be impaired, he said. So what we usually hear from Switzerland is quite positive when it comes to cryptocurrency, quite open to cryptocurrency, also from the government and also the financial institutions. So it stunned me a little bit when I read this article on Swiss Info about that negative stance from the president of the Swiss National Bank on crypto stablecoins. But I wanted to bring this to you guys, that you also see the other side, that there's not only love and happiness from institutions when it comes to cryptocurrencies, and when it comes to the adoption and implementation of cryptocurrencies in our current financial system. There are also other voices against that. And that's exactly what this article is telling us. Let's have a look at what Thomas Jordan really said. He said there will be no immediate impact on the effectiveness of the monetary policy of Switzerland if there was a stable coin launched that is pegged to Swiss franc. So a Swiss franc stable coin wouldn't be a bad thing for the economy in Switzerland, or wouldn't have any significant impact, any bad impact on Switzerland, he says. However, what he does say is that if there is a stable coin that gets adopted, let's say in Europe, in the European Union, around Switzerland, and in the end also in Switzerland, that is pegged to foreign currencies, that would indeed make an impact or have an impact on the Swiss economy. And I'm going to show you guys why this is. Switzerland has the Swiss franc as a national currency, and the Swiss franc is quite a strong currency. A lot of people believe in that currency, and a lot of people are investing and also betting on that currency when it comes to their companies. So there's a lot of trust in that currency, which doesn't make it that easier for Swiss manufacturers in particular, because Swiss goods get a lot more expensive than, let's say, German goods or French goods. So it also gets more expensive for Swiss manufacturers to manufacture their goods, to build them in Switzerland. And that's a problem for a lot of smaller companies here in Switzerland. So what Thomas Jordan is saying is exactly that. If we see a stable coin launched or based off of foreign currencies, that could have an effect like this on the Swiss franc. What it also could have is that the Swiss franc actually gets devalued, because more people are investing or building their company on that new stable coin, on that foreign stable coin. And therefore that will mean that the Swiss franc is losing trust and also loses in value. So there are two scenarios that could happen in case such a stable coin like the Libra coin launches. First would be that the stable coin gets devalued and the Swiss franc gets overvalued. And the second case would be that the stable coin gets more and more valued. People trust in that stable coin, and the Swiss franc gets devalued. So that would, of course, impact the monetary policy of Switzerland in the future. So Thomas Jordan the president of Swiss National Bank, is totally right with this one. In a second statement, Thomas Jordan says that also giving the general public access to central bank issued digital currency could pose a threat to financial stability by increasing the likelihood of a bank run. Now, for the ones that aren't familiar with what a bank run really is, bank run is when all the people at once go to the bank and want to take off their money from the bank, and that won't work at all because the bank doesn't have all that money really stored that we give them. They lend it to other people. So that would destroy a banking system, such a bank run. That's exactly what happened in Cyprus during the financial crisis, and the banks there just shut down the system and didn't give out any more money. And what Thomas Jordan is saying here is that he thinks that a central bank issued digital currency would pose a threat to the financial stability. I don't know why. Probably because it gives more acting power to the everyday people. I don't know. Let me know if you guys know why you think that would be. But he also says that it would increase the likelihood of a bank run. And that, I think, is because a central bank currency, digital currency, would give the everyday people more power in managing their funds. But on the other hand, such a central bank issued digital currency would be way easier to shut down if a bank run is going to happen. So if they would implement such a thing, that would mean it would make it more easier for them to just shut down the whole system by pressing one button, and that button makes that nobody is able to withdraw any central bank issued digital currency to fiat anymore. If a bank run happens. I don't know of any bank run in Switzerland, haven't looked that up to be honest, but, and that's my personal opinion, a coin, a digital coin or a cryptocurrency coin that is managed by a centralized company like Facebook or like a government isn't really a good thing, in my opinion. That gives them just too much power, like they have now with the central banks issuing money over and over again. So I would stick with cryptocurrencies that are centralized and that I have the whole power of, that I'm the boss of my keys. So that's been it for this podcast episode. I hope you enjoyed the content I provided. If you did, please make sure to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.